Hello, Internet. I am Insane Lane, as well as a Canadian girl. And today we have another one off the back burner. Long time coming. Arrogant nurse gets aggressive with cops, then calls her patients crazy. This is one of those videos that I've been waiting so long to review it. The title's changed like 5 times. Don't know why they do that. I assume it's to bump it up in the algorithm or make it look new, or it's annoying. But we shall see what we got. Volume's good. Puppy sleeping. Let's go.
My father-in-law is a sheriff.
Headphone warning.
I am walking. What the do you call this?
Would you please relax?
Ow!
Hello, ma'am. Did this officer explain to you why he had stopped you?
I mean, I realized I was going down the wrong road, but I didn't realize that until he pulled me over.
Right. And
I'm
you guys
not-
were, you told him you were coming from, right? Which
Yeah.
is all the way down by.
I'm not familiar with that road. I don't usually go there.
Okay.
And so I'm not familiar with this. And then the one way is from where I'm from. Like, we don't have one way, so.
Okay. Well, to be honest with you, going the wrong way on one way, as dangerous as may be, it's just
Yes.
it's just a simple infraction.
Yes.
However, while speaking to you during that traffic stop, he thought that there's a possibility you could be impaired. He said that you had told him you were at the bar and you did have a couple drinks. So
Yeah.
he called me to check out to make sure you're okay. Not everybody that drinks is impaired, so we have to make sure that you're okay to drive. Okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead and step out for a second. I have some questions to ask you.
Okay, couple things. I'm very curious why the date on this is being blurred. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So, not sure how old this is, but it sounds like she got pulled over, wrong way on a one way. I've actually been in a car with people who have done this because I live in a city with a lot of one-way streets, which is kind of unique in Ontario. Most cities do not have one-way streets, and the person driving just they didn't have one-way streets, so they didn't know it. Though that is what road signs are for, and there was appropriate road signs they should have known, but they did turn the wrong way on a one-way, quickly realized it, and were able to pull into a driveway and turn around. But it is a dangerous thing to do, especially at night. And she said she wasn't aware that she was going the wrong way, so that's not good. But it sounds like this officer is, in some places, they have quote unquote specially trained, big air quotes on that because I call total bullshit. Specially trained, supposedly DUI investigation cops. Now, you've heard me rant before, field sobriety tests and all that, they're garbage. They're designed to be failed, they're designed to be impossible, and the results are whatever the officer says they are, regardless of actuality on how well somebody did or not, or did not. It doesn't matter. The results are whatever the cop says they are. So always refuse to do them, refuse the breathalyzer. Either they have proof or they don't, because those things exist only to give proof against yourself, and they can be manipulated. So he's probably going to ask her to do some field sobriety tests. I hope that he tells her she has the right to refuse. I don't know if they actually have to tell you that in every single state. I really should look that up. But I always like to hear it because you do have the right to refuse. So anytime a cop doesn't say that, you can argue they're violating someone's rights by not making them aware that they have the right to refuse these tests.
All right, you can walk with me over here. Do you have any medical problems like diabetes or high blood pressure?
I'm a nurse.
Okay. Have you been diagnosed ever with any mental illnesses?
No.
Do you have any epilepsy, strokes, or seizure
No.
problems? Okay. Have you had any current injuries or are you sick? All right. And have you had any medications tonight?
No.
Any
Just
drug
really
use?
scared.
Any drug use tonight? Okay. And what was it that you said you had to drink? You told him 3 drinks?
I
Am
just
correct?
had like 2 margaritas, and that was it. And then
Okay.
I had food on top of that, tacos.
Do you mind if I check your eyes as part of my investigation to help determine your level of spread?
Okay, several things are wrong with this already. One, if a cop ever asks you, like, where are you coming from, where are you going, the answer is none of your business, officer, because it is none of their business. If they've pulled you over for a traffic stop, give them your license, reg, insurance, and keep your mouth shut. They have no ability to force you to tell them where you're coming from, going, if they ask you how many drinks you've had, none of your damn business. You know, just don't answer. Because she's just admitted she's been drinking. She told them specifically what she's been drinking. So pretty much a court is going to take that as a conviction at this point because she's admitted to drinking. And that's all that matters. She could literally have had one drink and be well under the limit and perfectly fine to drive. I promise you, these kind of statements would still get her convicted for DUI. Don't admit to anything. Now, the other problem is he's about to check her eyes, but she's clearly been crying and she's upset. So that's going to make her eyes red and, shiny, which is one of the things cops always fucking say, is that they observe somebody having glassy eyes or red eyes. Well, she's been crying and that causes both those things. So any kind of eye test is complete bullshit at this point because the conditions are not there. Again, this is why these tests are fucking bullshit. They're influenced by everything. So I have no doubt he's going to say that her eyes look impaired, but we just saw her crying. That's why her eyes are red and glassy. But the officer's going to take it as a sign of impairment, I promise you. Regardless of whether she is or not. I'm not passing judgment on whether she is drunk or not. I'm explaining why these tests are garbage.
Alrighty. If you could just stand like right here for me, that's fine. Trying to face me. What I need you to do is put your feet together like this and keep your hands by your side, okay? Just like this, alright? Alright, let's see. Alright, can you tell me what color that light is?
Red.
Alright, what I need you to do is to focus on that red light and follow it with your eyes only, okay? So don't move your head or your body, just your eyes.
Okay, the way he's doing this also is garbage.
You can relax. Alright, would you do some additional exercises, like walk the line and stand on one leg?
That's fine.
Okay, let's just...
Okay, I like that he asked her, but he still needs to be telling her she has the right to refuse, which he's not doing, and I don't appreciate it.
Use that line, so you just walk right to the beginning of that line for me.
This one?
Yep, and most importantly, when you start the exercise, don't stop until you're finished. So you go all the way down, trying to come back without stopping it, okay? All right, go ahead and start from the starting position. Go ahead and begin.
2, 3, 4.
Remember to keep your hands by your sides.
Oh, by my side?
Yep, it's okay. Just continue.
1. Oh. 1, 2.
Okay, next exercise. If you could stand, I guess, right there for me is fine. But we don't need the line anymore, so don't worry about that. If you face my car and put your feet together side by side, keep your hands by your side against your legs. All right.
Also, very odd that he is not demonstrating these for her. Typically, they do, especially if it is a specially trained DUI investigation cop. They will almost always demonstrate what they want to see. Now, that gets into other problems because most cops, quite frankly, even the highly trained ones, supposedly, because again, the training is, I'm sorry, it's bullshit. You're teaching people how to bullshit in that kind of training. That's all you're doing. It's performative garbage. So you look more credible on the stand for something that is not reliable or factual at all. But it's very odd that he isn't demonstrating it to her.
When I do say begin, you're going to choose a foot, and you're going to raise that foot off the ground about 6 inches, okay?
Okay.
All right. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start.
2.
Stop. All right, go ahead and slide your shoes back on.
Okay, here's the other problem. His body cam is not even capturing what is going on. We could not see her feet in any of those tests, and apparently she took her shoes off. I don't know if that was her choice or he told her to. Like, I think the video is edited a little bit, and it seems to be skipping a little here and there, which is not helpful. But his body cam, in that moment where he's telling her to raise her foot 6 inches off the ground and hold it there, I can't even see her feet. Same with the walk and turn. I can't even see her feet. So, again, think ahead to a courtroom. How are you going to sit on the stand, officer, and testify that she failed the walk and turn, she didn't have her foot high enough, when I can't see that on your body cam? I'm just supposed to take your word for it? Any competent attorney can trash an officer's word in like 5 minutes or less. Courts want evidence. And you are not getting any of that.
Yeah.
All right, now he's going to arrest her.
No, you're not arresting me, are you? No.
Ma'am,
No.
hold on. Let's listen. Let's not take that step. If you do that, then you're going to get a second charge, and I don't want to do that.
Okay, don't threaten.
Right. It's unfortunate.
I'm not too impaired.
It is unfortunate.
I am a medical. No, please don't bring me there.
At this point, you are being placed under arrest.
No, please don't bring me
In
there.
the state of Florida, when you're arrested for DUI,
Oh, of course we're in
required by
Florida.
law to provide a breath sample. So when I get down there and I ask you for it, do you want to provide it?
No.
Okay. So just hold on a second.
Okay, now she has a brain in her head. For one thing, I don't think she's too impaired. I think she's perfectly fine. Well, not perfectly, but I do think she's fine. Also, didn't we see somebody else in her car? Or was that like a trick? I thought we saw a passenger in the car, so I'm wondering where they are. But I'm also never a fan of police not saying the words, "you are under arrest." For my 2 cents, they should be required, outright, to state either you are being detained or you are under arrest, and if they're arresting you, they damn well better be able to tell you what the charge is right then and there. I absolutely cannot stand when police arrest somebody, say nothing about what they're being charged with, and then hours later at a police station, they suddenly inform someone they're charged with like 4 different things. And it's like, yeah, because you went and talked to your boss and you decided to make up as many charges as you possibly could. You decided to just get really petty about it and pile on because you can, or because you have a quota to make, or because that person told you to F off. No, if you have a crime, you have a reason to arrest somebody, you better be able to state that in the moment. Otherwise, I am not taking you at your word. I am assuming you made that up after.
Please don't. Please don't.
There's a decision
Please
already made.
don't. I'm going to lose my whole
I
career.
don't know what to tell you.
Please.
The car is really hot. If you stand up, you won't burn yourself.
No, my father-in-law is a sheriff. Please.
Oh, wow.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm serious. Please.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you, but there's no question that you should not be driving right now. Okay?
Okay, that's fine. Then I will have somebody come pick me
You
up.
should have made that decision
No,
a few minutes ago
no,
before you left the bar.
No,
Listen,
please.
I have a female officer coming to search you right now before we leave, just to be sure. Are you in possession of anything I need to know about?
No, I'm a nurse at the hospital down the road. Please, I'm
Any
asking
weapons,
you to
guns,
give me
drugs,
mercy. I will never, ever do this again.
I believe you, but unfortunately you did, and that's the problem.
Okay, well, it's on my car. That's my car.
Yeah, we'll grab her personal items, phone.
No, can you
wallet.
please unhook me, please?
No, unfortunately, I can't.
Why was this done then? If I pass, why was it done?
There was not a pass. I can guarantee you did.
I literally was.
I understand that you performed poorly. I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but you performed. Okay.
You know who else is going to disagree with you? A judge, you fucking idiot. You can say she performed poorly all you like, but the fact is you don't have it on camera. You have no proof of it. And she is saying that she passed. Again, she shouldn't have done it, but he utterly failed to properly record the test. So, officer, you got no proof. So, as far as I'm concerned, he has no cause for arrest here. Like, again, huge difference between what is reality on the side of the road and what is reality in a courtroom. In a courtroom, this cop is completely out of line. He has no proof of her being impaired, and he has no reason to be arresting her. Now, if he doesn't want her to drive, maybe he does think she's too impaired, but he can't prove it, let her call somebody and get a pickup. You know, the fact that he's arresting her based on what he saw, but the body cam didn't, and he has no proof, and she's already refused a breathalyzer. I hope she sticks to it. You know, again, this is why cases get dismissed, because officers don't know what they're doing, and they do stupid shit like this. And, like, again, this is an officer that was called in specifically to do DUI testing, and he's horrible at it, and failed to capture what he claims is her failing the test on his body cam properly.
It's not a pass or fail, just so
No,
that you
please
understand.
don't let me sit in jail.
No, it
Okay,
is. That's
whatever. Just don't let me sit in jail with these people.
okay. Him saying it's not a pass or fail, that's possibly the most honest interpretation, because it is solely to the officer's interpretation As I said, the results are whatever the hell they want to say it is. So you can do exactly what they say, how they say, and they can still say, well, in my judgment, you didn't pass, so you're under arrest. That's why you never fucking do them.
Listen, it's not a pass or fail, so it doesn't work like that, okay? It's whether or not you show indicators of impairment, and you did.
You knew that from the beginning, then why didn't you fucking do it?
I have to make my decision at the end, so I can take
right.
into totality. Okay. I'm just gonna say
No.
He's gaslighting the hell out of this girl.
Officer, please. I've been fine this whole entire time, please. I don't want to be in jail with these fucking crazy people. I see them in the hospital. No, I'm going to be in there for 4 hours till the afternoon. I already know how it's going to go.
No, that's incorrect. You're only going to be there for 8 hours.
No, it's not true. Because I got my brother out of this shit.
Well, I don't understand your brother's situation, but it's 8 hours. And since it's 11:30, it'd be about 7:30 in the morning. So you'll be out in the morning.
I passed everything, and I know I did. No, leave my car here. Do not bring it to a fucking tow company. That's more money.
It's required. We have to.
I don't care. My brother will come pick it up.
We have to.
Josie, can you bring my car home?
No.
No, give her my keys. I'm not paying for that.
Stopping your feet,
I already have to pay for all.
Okay, they are just being assholes at this point. There is somebody else there with her. There's no reason not to let the friend take the car. If you think the friend's impaired, find out. But I always hate when police tow somebody's car for no goddamn reason. You know, especially because half the time they're making money off that because they have like their own tow yard within the police department, so they keep the money for the towing. And it's just a way of them making money and ripping people off. There's no reason to either not let the friend take the car or just park the car and leave it for her to pick up in the morning. So I always hate when they do unnecessary shit for no reason, and this is unnecessary. And I'm still against them arresting her. I don't think they have enough, like, proof of impairment. I don't think she is that impaired.
Stopping your feet, demanding things are not going to make anything easier for you. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen.
Please have my brother take my car. I don't want my brakes fucked up. I don't want my car fucked up.
I'm not going to mess your car up. Ma'am, come over
Not
here,
even fucked up. That's a picture.
Right. Everything you're doing right now is on camera. So just be
I don't care. I'm fine.
Oh, if only your really crappy attempt at field sobriety test was on camera. And for those who are going to say she's throwing a fit because she has consequences, go to hell. What I see is somebody who is rightly pissed off because they're being treated in a very unjust manner. They're being bullied, and they're being put in a situation they shouldn't be in. And now we have some asshole cop being condescending and, you know, telling her, stomping her foot and demanding and blah, blah, blah. It is not your place to comment on somebody's behavior. Do your job and shut your damn mouth. You are not judge, jury. Like, I don't like when cops get judgmental and start lecturing. That's not your damn job. Your job is not to punish. Your job is to enforce the law. You're claiming to do that. Stop, like, telling her how to behave. That is not in your job purview.
Fine.
You don't care now, but once this gets played in front of a courtroom, you care very deeply. So
I know. I'm pissed because
Yeah, when this gets
everything.
When this gets played in front of a courtroom, you're going to look damn foolish, officer. Like, again, if this girl can afford a good attorney, this all goes away very, very easily.
I'm just giving you some friendly advice to just calm down, okay?
I drove down a one-way on accident.
Correct.
On accident.
Yep, and
I'm
I
fine.
believe your judgment on that was
No, it wasn't at all. I'm not used to this setting. Like any normal person from the country life, we're not used to one-way roads. This is the same exact road that my brother got fucked over on. And I'm not fucked up, and I don't want to be in jail with these people that I take care of. And I don't want to lose everything I worked my whole life for. I am a good nurse. Please, I'm asking. I'm asking you on everything on me. I will call an Uber right now if that's what you want me to do. I've worked my entire life. My entire. I don't want some stupid ass mistake to do this for me, please.
Do you understand the situation?
Yeah, and I passed the entire test.
Not because you're
I lifted my leg the whole entire time that you asked me to lift my leg. I answered everything that you wanted me to answer to. I did everything exactly how you wanted me to do. And you were still going to arrest me from the very beginning.
She is 100% right about that. I have absolutely no doubt this officer had already decided to arrest her the second he walked up to the car. Anytime they're asking you to do field sobriety tests, believe me, they've already decided to arrest you. Like, think about it. Have you ever once seen a video where cops ask somebody to do field sobriety tests, whether they do it or they don't, and that person doesn't get arrested? If they are asking you to do it, they have already decided to arrest you, and that's where it is. So all they are trying to do is gather evidence against you so they have something to play in front of a judge as proof. Because again, if you make them arrest you with no fields, no breathalyzer, and a cop only has, well, I smelled alcohol or I suspected they were impaired, a judge is going to go, yeah, and where's your proof of that? We cannot arrest and convict people based solely on your suspicion. So don't give them a way to manufacture proof, real or otherwise. But yeah, like, I'm not seeing somebody who's upset that they got caught doing something bad here. I'm seeing someone who is very righteously pissed off that they're getting completely screwed by a situation they shouldn't be in.
No, it is 100% true. And if it was on video, it'd be 100% true.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. And I know I'm not, but it's fine.
Here's a camera. He's got a camera. He's got a camera.
Yeah, and I was on the white line the whole time.
And where was another camera to capture her feet?
Do not call.
You know? Would have been good to have that when you were doing the test.
Please. I'm asking you guys, please.
Could you please see if you can kind of hurry? I don't want to sit up here and do this any longer than I have to.
No, I'm asking you guys, please, not
There's nobody else close to me. I'll search if I have to.
I don't want my parents to have to pay for this. Please, I'm asking you from somebody who's never been in jail before.
I understand that.
Somebody who does not want to go to jail. Please, have my sheriff call your sheriff. Please, I'm asking you. This is uncomfortable.
You're in no condition to be driving tonight.
That's okay. I'll take an Uber home. If you feel that way, I will take an Uber home. Okay, well, can you please take me out of these handcuffs?
I cannot.
I understand that. But if I knew about one way, I'd be totally okay with that. No, you don't, because there's one fucking sign.
No, there's one on every intersection all the way down flat.
Yeah, there's one.
On every intersection all the way down. And there's two.
And from somebody that is not from a one-way section town, this is how you guys get there.
Yep.
Well,
I have no doubt that she is partially correct. Because, again, the person I was with that turned the wrong way on a one-way, they were stone cold sober. People who are not familiar with them don't look for those signs. They should, but they don't, and they make that mistake. So, I have no doubt that cops stake out this stretch of road for that reason and use it as an excuse to pull people over. I'm not saying it isn't, because you are breaking traffic laws. You're going the wrong way against traffic. You should get pulled over and, like, corrected on that. But, yeah, we all know there are places where the road signs are unclear, or, you know, there's a weird intersection where they can say you turned away, you shouldn't have turned, and it's really questionable. You know, cops know where these places are in their towns. So, yeah, they stake them out to catch people and, like, run up arrest records and stuff. They do that shit all the fucking time. So whether that's why they're out here tonight or not, I don't know. I'm not saying she doesn't, like, deserve a ticket for going the wrong way. Totally true. You know, write her a ticket for that, but using it as an excuse to then do DUI, which pretty much, I promise you, after 9 o'clock, they're going to, like, want to DUI investigate everybody regardless of whether they have any signs of impairment or not. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, a lot of people do come the wrong
exactly
way. A lot of impaired drivers do drive the wrong way here. That is correct.
Yeah, and
right.
It's on accident. It's not on purpose. I'm not trying to hurt people. My job is to help people.
Right, so the cop just admitted, yeah, people turn the wrong way on this road all the time. So it's a common mistake.
No, you don't understand that because I passed every single test and you guys gave me no sympathy.
I didn't run you through those tests. That's all.
Yeah, and I stayed on the white line the whole time. So when that comes to court, that'll be a court issue. And I'll be on the white line the whole time.
Did you take your handcuffs off? Ma'am, did you remove your handcuffs? If you removed your handcuffs, I'm going to charge you with resisting arrest. I already warned you once while you turned around.
Okay, you're utterly pathetic if you charge her.
Pull it away from me. I warned you once. I'm not going to warn you again. Step out of the vehicle. Face the car, please.
Yeah, they fucking hurt. I've never been to before. Can you take it easy?
I put them on you the first time correctly, and then you complain about it being tight, even though
Yeah,
they weren't.
because it is tight. Because I've never
And
been
now
in
you took your
handcuffs
hands off me.
before. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking hurt you, obviously.
It has nothing to do with hurting me. It has to do with you being placed under arrest and not taking your handcuffs off.
No.
It has to do with you being really pathetic in this moment, officer. I understand it's protocol for people to be cuffed behind their back. I personally think that protocol is garbage. When somebody is in a police car and you have a divider, like, it's one of those things that makes police look like cowards, in my opinion. If you are that afraid of somebody who is in your back seat with a, like, non-permeable divider between the two of you, and you still need them, like, cuffed behind their back, I'm sorry, that just says you're a coward. You don't need to be doing that job if you can't handle, like, somebody who can't get to you not having their hands behind their back. As for him saying he's going to charge her with resisting for taking the cuffs off, how pathetic is that? Like, it's just disgusting, the charges the cops will lay, or the times they will accuse somebody of resisting for, like, things that are not resisting. You know, and maybe if you had put them on correctly, she wouldn't have been able to slip them. Because that is the point of handcuffs. And he did say, I put them on properly. Well, no, you didn't. Or she wouldn't have been able to slip out of them. So I'm not a fan of punishing, you know, the person you didn't cuff correctly because you failed to do your job, officer.
It has to do with you being a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I'm a fucking mask.
Would you please relax?
Ow! Ow, my arm!
Relax, relax. Thank you. You keep moving, there's nothing I can do but take control of you.
There's nothing I can do but take control of you? God, I would take the charge to punch this guy in the face at this point. He's being such a dick. Which, again, I do not believe this girl is impaired enough to be arrested. But he is just being such an absolute dick to her for no goddamn reason.
Asking you to be nice to somebody who's never been arrested before.
Walk with me. Sally Port. Walk back over here.
Ow, be nice to me.
Walk, and I won't have to pull you
arm.
because you're not walking.
I am walking. What the fuck do you call
Yeah,
me?
exactly.
Pulling away from me.
No, it has nothing to do
please.
with that. That's your imagination.
Sit back inside the car, please.
I can't fucking wait.
Like, I hope she has a good lawyer who rips this cop to shreds, because it'd be very easy to do.
Why? I can't breathe. I'm having anxiety.
I can tell. She's now spitting in my car. I'm shutting my camera off.
Nobody's spit in your car.
She refused the BAC test and was eventually
Good.
charged with resisting an officer without violence and driving under the influence.
Okay. Wow, that ended on a high note, because you're claiming she's spitting in your car, and then you're turning your camera off, so you don't want to record her actually doing that. So again, you have no proof of what you're saying, officer. As for resisting with violence, what a joke. What an absolute joke. And again, just tells me this cop is utterly pathetic He's a complete loser, and he's just piling on charges for the sake of being a petty asshole and nothing else. Good on her for refusing any further testing. I have no doubt that she could absolutely beat all of these charges, because wow, what a joke, and what an absolutely pathetic so-called investigation by this cop. Utterly pathetic. He's got the fields are not on tape properly. There's no cam of her feet to show whether she passed or failed, or however you want to interpret that. He didn't tell her she had the right to refuse. His attitude the entire time, his condescension, making threats, the unnecessary towing of her car when there was somebody who could have taken it. So, yeah, there's so very much wrong with how this was handled. And again, I do not think that she was significantly impaired. I don't. I didn't see it that way. If you want to disagree with me, please feel free. That's what the comment section is for. As for the title, entitled Nurse Throws Tantrum Like a 5-Year-Old, that is the official title below. Total bullshit. She wasn't acting entitled, and, as for throwing a fit, no, I saw somebody who had every right to be pissed off at what was being done to her, because it was a complete travesty of so-called justice by one idiot cop who had decided the situation before he even got there. So the officer that was dealing with her most of the time, he is definitely getting a D-, because he clearly has no idea what he's doing. And again, reminder, he was called there specifically to do DUI testing and then utterly failed at it and failed to record it properly. Like, that is why that training is a joke. Those tests are a joke. Just don't ever do them. But that is going to do it for this one. If you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Insane Lane, as well as a Canadian girl. And until the next time, take care of you and love on a fur baby. Bye-bye. Stay cool out there.